Now question number 10. If diameter of right circular cylinder is 18 centimeter with height of 28 centimeter, then find the total surface area of cylinder. Use pi is equals to 3.142. In this question, diameter is given as 18 centimeter. So with the help of diameter, we can easily calculate radius. And height is given at 28 centimeter. We have to find the total surface area. But in this question, it is clearly mentioned that in the place of pi, we don't have to use 22 upon 7. We have to use 3.142. So firstly, we will write it given that diameter is equals to 18 centimeter and height is given as 28 centimeter. So we have to calculate total surface area of cylinder. So total surface area of cylinder is given as 2 pi r in bracket r plus h to multiply by. In this question, it is clearly mentioned that we have to use 3.142 in place of pi. So we will write it as 3.142 multiply by r. R means radius, and radius we can calculate here diameter upon 2, that is 18 upon 2, which will be equal to 9 centimeter. 9 in bracket 9 plus height, h means height, and height it is given as 28 centimeter. 2 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 9. On adding this, we get 37. So 2 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 37. 2 multiplied by 9 we will get 18 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 37. On multiplying this, we get 2092.572 and unit will be in centimeter. We are calculating surface area, so in power it will be 2. So this is the answer of question number 10. Now question number 11. The circumference of the trunk of a tree cylindrical in shape is 132 centimeter. Find the volume of timber that can be obtained from the trunk if the length of the trunk is 1.5 meter. In the cylinder, we have two circular plates. Uh, in this question, circumference is given as 132 centimeter, and we know that circumference of circle is equals to 2 pi r. We have to calculate the volume if the length of the trunk is given as 1.5 meter. So, given that circumference is equals to 18 centimeters, sorry, 132 centimeter, and length is given as, length means height, given as 1.5 meter. Firstly, we have to change this meter into centimeter. So we know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. When we will multiply 1.5 with 100, we will get as 1500 this centimeter. So it will be equal to 150 centimeter. We know that circumference of circle is equals to 2 pi r. So circumference we are given as 132. So we will write it as 132 will be equal to 2 pi r. With the help of this relation, we will calculate the value of r. So r is equals to 132. 2 and pi are in multiplication. So when we will shift it to the other side, it will be division. Now, Here we will put the value of pi 132 upon 2 multiplied by 22 upon 7. This 7 will come here. So it will be equal to r is equals to 132 multiplied by 7 upon 2 multiplied by 22. So 2 ones are 2, 2 6 are 12, 2 6 are 12. 11 2s are 22, 11 6 are 66, 2 ones are 2, 2 3s are 6. So r will be equal to 21, unit will be centimeter. Now here we have calculated R. We have to find the volume of timber. So volume is given by pi R square H. Value of pi is 22 upon 7. R means radius, and radius we have calculated 21 centimeter. So 21 whole square. Multiply by H. H means height. Length we have calculated 150 centimeter. 22 upon 7. Here we can write it as 21 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 150. 7 ones is 7, 7 3s is 21, 22 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 150. 66 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 150. On multiplying this, we get 207900. Unit is centimeter and we are calculating volume, so in power it will be 3. So this is the answer of question number 11. Now question number 12. What length of a solid cylinder 2 cm in diameter must be taken to recast into hollow cylinder of external diameter 20 cm if the length is 15 cm and thickness of cylinder is 0.25 cm? So this is the figure. In this is the hollow cylinder, the outer one, hollow cylinder, and the inner one is the solid cylinder. In the question we are given that solid cylinder 2 centimeter in diameter, that is solid cylinder which is inside this hollow cylinder, diameter is given as 2 centimeters, so radius will be 1 centimeter. This radius will be 1 centimeter. External diameter is given as 20 centimeter, that is external this hollow cylinder's diameter is given as 20 centimeter. So when we will calculate the radius, it will be 10 centimeter. Length is given as 15 centimeter. And the thickness is given as, thickness of cylinder is given as 0.2. Thickness means this distance, 0.25 centimeter. So we are given that external diameter of cylinder is given as 20 centimeter. Hollow cylinder we can write. So external diameter of hollow cylinder is given as 20 centimeter. When we will calculate the radius of hollow cylinder, it will be 20 upon 2, that is 10 centimeter. Now thickness is given as 0.25 centimeter. With the help of external diameter and external radius, we will calculate the inner radius. So inner radius, firstly total in external diameter we have calculated radius as 10 centimeter. So 10 minus 0.25, it will be equal to 9.75 centimeter, that is total radius is given as 10 centimeter. When we will subtract this thickness, we will get the inner radius of the solid cylinder. Now, length of cylinder, length means h, is given as 15 centimeter. Now we will calculate the volume of hollow cylinder. So volume of hollow cylinder pi h capital R square minus small r square. Capital R square denotes the radius of external cylinder, that is hollow cylinder, and small r indicates the solid cylinder which is inside the hollow cylinder. So pi we will keep it as pi. H means height and height given as 15 centimeter. 15. Radius of hollow cylinder we have calculated capital R as 10 centimeter. So 10 whole square minus inner radius we have calculated 9.75. 9.75 whole square. When we will multiply pi with 15, we get 15 pi. 10 whole square, we will get 100 minus. When we will multiply 9.75 with 9.75, we will get 95.0625. 15 pi. When we will subtract this, we will get 4.9375, which is equals to 15 multiply by pi multiply by 4.9375. We can write it as 15 pi multiply by 4.9375. Here we have calculated volume of hollow cylinder. We have to find the length of solid cylinder in which diameter is given as 2 centimeter. So diameter is given as 2 centimeter. So radius will be d upon 2, that is diameter upon 2. 2 upon 2, that is 1 centimeter. So the radius of this solid cylinder will be equal to 1 centimeter. We have to calculate the height and let h be the height. So volume of cylinder is given by pi r square h, and we know that here we have also calculated volume. So 15 pi multiplied by 4.9375 will be equal to pi r square h. We can write it as pi r square h is equals to 15 pi multiplied by 4.9375. We have to calculate the value of h. So h is equals to 15 pi multiplied by 4.9375 upon pi is in multiplication. So when we will shift it to the other side, it will be in division. R square is in multiplication. It will also be in division. R we have calculated as 1 centimeter. So 15 pi multiplied by 4.9375 upon pi into 1 square means 1. Pi will get cancelled out. On multiplying this, we get 74.0625 and the unit will be centimeter. So this is the answer of question number 12. Now question number 13. The radii of two cylinders are in the ratio of 3:5 and their heights are in the ratio of 2:3. Find the ratio of their curved surface area. In this question, radii of two cylinders are given in ratio and their height are also given in ratio. We have to calculate curved surface area in ratio. So, radii is given as 3:5, that is R1 is equals to 3 and R2 is equals to 5. Height is given as 2:3. We let it as h1 is equals to 2 and h2 is equals to 3. We have to calculate the ratio of their curved surface area, and we know that ratio of curved surface area. We have studied the formula of curved surface area, that is 2 pi RH. So we will write it as 2 pi R1 H1 upon 2 pi R2 H2. We don't get confused, so we have named it as R1 R2 and H1 H2. Now we will put the values. 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by R1 we have 3, H1 we have 2, divided by 2 multiplied by pi multiply by R2 we have 5 and H2 we have 3. 2 and 2 will get cancelled out. Pi and pi will get cancelled out. We have 3 multiplied by 2 upon 5 multiplied by 3. 3 and 3 will get cancelled out. Here we will get 2 upon 5 and we can write it as 2:5. So this is the answer of question number 13. Now question number 14. If 1 cubic centimeter of cast iron weighs 21 gram, that is weight of 1 cubic centimeter of cast iron is given as 21 gram, then find the weight of a cast iron pipe of length 1 meter with a bore of 3 centimeter and in which thickness of the metal is 1 centimeter. We will understand it with the help of figure. Suppose that this is the upper spherical shape, that is, if we have considered that this is a cylinder, then this portion, in this it is given that this is upper part of the pipe. There is bore of 3 centimeter, that is, this is given as 3 centimeter and thickness is given as 1 centimeter. Means this distance is given as 1 centimeter. We have to calculate the weight of cast iron pipe and the length is given as 1 meter. So firstly we will calculate internal radius. This bore is given as 3 centimeter, means it is given as diameter. So when we will calculate the radius, it will be diameter upon 2, that is 1.5 centimeter. Similarly, we will calculate external radius. When we will add this radius and this thickness, we will get the radius of this. So 1.5 plus thickness will be equal to 2.5 centimeter. Now, height, that is length, we have height is given as 1 meter. It is given in meter and we are calculating all these terms in centimeter. So we will convert this meter into centimeter and we know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. Now we will calculate the volume. So volume of hollow cylinder is given by pi h r square minus r square. So value of pi, we will write it as pi. H means height and height we have calculated 100. R square means 2.25, that is external radius, 2.25 whole square minus small r square means internal radius, which is given as 1.5 centimeter whole square. Here we will write 22 upon 7 multiplied by 100. When we will multiply 2.25 2 times, we will get sorry, 2.5. 6.25 minus 1.5 multiplied by 1.5, we will get 2.25. 22 upon 7 multiplied by 100. When we will subtract it, we will get 4. On multiplying this, that is 8800 upon 7. On dividing this, we will get 1257.412, and we are calculating volume. Unit is centimeter, so it will be centimeter cube. Now we have calculated volume. In question it is given that 1 cubic centimeter of cast iron weighs it 21 gram. So it is given that 1 centimeter cube weight is given as 21 gram. Here it will be 142 centimeter cube. 1 centimeter cube is equals to 21 gram, and we know that 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram. So 1.57.412 centimeter cube will be equal to 1.57.412 multiplied by 21 upon 100. Simply, if we will calculate this 1 kg, it will be 1 upon 121 centimeter cube. So we will multiply with 21 upon 100. When we will multiply and divide, we will get 26.4 kg. This is the answer of question number 14. Now question number 15. How many iron rods, each of length 14 meter and diameter 4 centimeter, can be made out of 0.88 meter cube of iron? In this, volume is given as 0.88 meter cube, diameter is given as 4 centimeter, length, that is height, is given as 14 meter. First of all, we will similar all the units, that is diameter is given in centimeter, we will convert it as in meter. So diameter is given as 4 centimeter. With the help of diameter, we will calculate radius. That is, radius is equals to diameter upon 2. 4 upon 2, that is 2 centimeter. We know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. When we will convert this 2 centimeter in meter, we will divide 2 by 100. So 2 centimeter is equals to 2 upon 100, and it will be equal to 0.02 meter. And length is given as 14 centimeter. Length, that is height, is given as 14 meter. That is, radius we have calculated in meter. Length it is given in 14 meter, and volume is given as 0.88 meter cube. Firstly, we have changed the units and made it similar. Now we know that volume is given by pi r square h. We have to calculate the number of rods. So number of rods is equals to volume of iron divided by volume of cylinder. Volume of iron is given as 0.88. Volume of cylinder formula, we know that pi r square h, and it will be equal to number of rods. Now number of rods is equals to 0.88 upon pi, we will put the value 22 upon 7. R means radius, and radius we have calculated 0.02, 0.02 whole square. H means height, and height is given as 14 centimeter. So 0.88, 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14. So 22 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 0.02 whole square. When we will calculate this, 0.88, and it will be equal to 0.0176, and it will be equal to 50. So number of rods will be equal to 15. This is the answer of question number 15. Now question number 16. A hollow cylinder made of wood has thickness 1 centimeter while its external radius is 3 centimeter. If the height of the cylinder is 8 centimeter, then find the volume. In this question, this hollow cylinder is made up of wood and it has thickness 1 centimeter. That is, this distance is given as 1 centimeter, while its external radius means the hollow cylinder's radius is given as 3 centimeter, height of the cylinder is given as 8 centimeter. We have to calculate the volume. So first of all, we will calculate the inner radius. Inner radius, which is denoted by small r, is given as capital R minus T, where T is thickness. We are given the outer radius, that is capital R, and thickness is given as 1 centimeter. So inner radius small r is equals to capital R minus T. Small r is equals to capital R is given as 3 and thickness is given as 1 centimeter, so 3 minus 1. Small r is equals to 2 centimeter. So inner radius we have calculated 2 centimeter. Now we will calculate the volume. So volume of hollow cylinder is given by pi h capital R square minus small r. Value of pi is 22 upon 7. Height h is given as 8 centimeter. Now capital R value is given as 3 whole square. Small r we have calculated 2 whole square. 22 upon 7 multiplied by 8. When we will calculate this 3 ka whole square, we will get 9 minus 4. It will be equal to 22 upon 7 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 5. Now 22 upon 7 multiplied by 8 5s are 40. It will be equal to 880 upon 7. Unit is centimeter and we are calculating volume. So in power it will be 3. So this is the answer of question number 16. Now question number 17. A cylindrical pillar is 50 centimeter in diameter and 3.5 meter in height. Find the cost of painting the curved surface area of the pillar at the rate of rupees 10 per square meter. We are given that there is a cylindrical pillar whose diameter is given as 50 centimeter. With the help of diameter, we will calculate radius, and height is given as 3.5 meter. We have to calculate the cost of painting the curved surface area. So firstly we will calculate the curved surface area and then we will multiply 10 in it. Given that diameter is equals to 50 centimeter. Since diameter is given in centimeter and height is given in meter, so we will convert it in meter. We know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. So we will divide it with 100. 0, 0 will get cancelled out. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. It will be equal to 0.5 meter. Now, height is given as 3.5 meter. With the help of diameter, we will calculate radius. So, radius is equals to diameter upon 2, that is 0.5 upon 2. When we will remove this decimal, we will add 0 here. It will be equal to 5 upon 20. 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20. 1 upon 4, it will be equal to 0.25 meter. So radius we have calculated 0.25 meter. Then we will calculate curved surface area of cylinder. So curved surface area of cylinder is given by 2 pi r h. Now we will put the value. 2 multiplied by value of pi is 22 upon 7. R means radius, and radius we have calculated 0.25. H means height, and height is given as 3.5. When we will remove this decimal, and after decimal there are 2 digits, so we will add 2 zeros. Here, when we will remove this decimal and after decimal there is 1 digit, so we will add 1 zero. 2 multiplied by 22 upon 7 multiplied by 25 upon 100 multiplied by 35 upon 10. 25 ones are 25, 25 fours are 100, 5 sevens are 35, 5 twos are 10. 2 multiplied by 22 upon 7 multiplied by 1 upon 4 multiplied by 7 upon 2. 2 will get cancelled out. 2 twos are 4, 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. 7 will get cancelled out. Here we will get 11 upon 2, which will be equal to 5.5. Unit we have changed in meter. We have calculated curved surface area, so in power it will be 2. Now in question, it is given that the area of the pillar at the rate of rupees 10 per square meter. So, cost of painting will be equal to 5.5 meter square multiplied by 10, which will be equal to 550, that is rupees 55. So this is the solution of question number 17. Thank you and have a glorious day.